Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Texas, and we're back with the MUTMEN podcast, episode number 72. And as always, you're joined by Gutfoxxs. How's it going?
Not so bad, Texas. Yourself?
Kind of salty right now.
What?
Kind of salty, man.
Why
We
is
got
that?
a lot of good news today, but I'm kind of salty.
Okay. Can you explain why?
I mean, so we got information about some amazing rewards in Madden and how you can get those rewards, and the person that referenced it just said the Gutfoxxs podcast.
You know why that is?
Podcast.
You know why that is, Texas, though, right?
Why's that?
Well, he can't legally reference you because of your certain sponsors.
Legally reference me because of my certain sponsors.
Yeah,
I don't think that's how that works.
It totally is. It's
I think he believes the podcast is called the Gutfoxxs Show with almost my full name with Texas. I think that's what he believes this podcast is. It's your podcast, and I'm just here. Like, I'm the with. I'm not the actual like and. It's the with. The Texas boy.
Yeah, I like how you almost doxed yourself, but
I almost said my full name because that's what I'm used to saying. Oh, that was almost bad. But anyway, other than that, we got some good news. Joined by a great guest as well. We got YaBoySavage.
Hello.
How's it going, man?
Hello. I'm here, and I'm glad I'm here for this episode because there is some good quality information that was let out today by the wonderful people at EA Sports. So I'm super hyped for this.
whoa. The wonderful people at EA Sports. Is this the real Savage?
I mean, you would think that it isn't me. You would think there is definitely somebody wearing a mask pretending to be me, but no, it is the real Savage. And yes, they are wonderful people.
Well, okay, I just watched a video, how many days ago? Not too many days ago, of you absolutely destroying 17 and going in on all the glitches, all the nickel blitzes.
I mean, I had to. I did have to do that just to. That was me releasing the negativity of 17, and now in 18, it's just all rainbows and sunshine. So.
Wow. Oh, okay. Well, how long do you expect that to last for?
I mean, until I get swerved somehow. Until somehow somebody finds a way to swerve me in 18. You won't hear nothing from me.
All right.
This is going to be like a great open to a video. I'm so excited for Madden 18. He loses the game on some nonsense and he just shows that clip. Oh, that's going to be great. That's going to be great.
A drop pick in the end zone. I can see it.
Oh, man. Oh, I'll break something. But, hey, we're going into 18 with a smile on our face.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Sometimes, I mean, it was a very entertaining video, and that's part of your appeal is your emotions too, Savage. Oh, I guess we should plug them. It'll be in Texas' description, right? Texas Savage.
Yep. His channel link will be in the description below as well as his Twitter. He's a better Twitter follow than a lot of guys in the Madden community, so be sure to check him out on Twitter as well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate my Twitter following.
Yeah, you tweet bangers. The only ones that I have an issue with is when you're trash talking opponents online, Savage. What's that about?
Oh, dude, I have to. I just do it because it's only in Draft Champions because the kids in Draft Champions. I try to make them quit, so I talk. I have because I hate it because I kind of set myself up for failure. Like, long story short, did a series where I had to play 6 games of Draft Champions in one video. I don't know how long it takes you guys to play 6 games, but these kids would never quit. So I would just be like, okay, can you leave, please? Like, you're not very good. And they wouldn't leave. And then I wound up playing Madden for like 3 hours a day. And I was like, I ain't got time for this right now. So I just tried my best to get them out the door.
Yeah, it's fine, I guess. I guess maybe we should put hashtag Madden Bully on those tweets, bullying kids like that. I feel like you're down at like a playground between your time playing Madden, stealing candy from like 8-year-olds.
That's me.
You're going into it, so we respect that here in the MUTMEN. All right, Texas, what's our first topic?
First topic, what everybody wants to talk about. The kickers. Yay.
Cricket.
We got a kicker blog today that we are not going to talk about at all, actually. This is something that nobody cares about.
Yeah.
At all.
When you brought that up before the thing, I'm like, what are we talking about kickers for? It's the base game kicker ratings.
I mean, I thought you might want to know that Marquette King has 85 speed.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of interesting. Yeah.
No, Brian Ingram has 95 kick power, 94 kick accuracy. Nobody cares about this. Let's get to the real topic at hand right now.
Well, while we're on this, did you guys see the actual kick power ratings of guys in 18?
We have.
Yeah, so we saw it on MUThead.
Yeah, I did see that.
In MUT, the highest, I mean, the kickers now are, like, nerfed again this year. Like, they're going for, I guess, Justin Tucker isn't too bad at 87 kick power, but it's going to be a far cry from hitting like field goals at midfield in 17 here with Janikowski. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I like the way they're going because like it didn't make any sense to use like a lot of these elite kickers last year because they're bronze kickers. Jordan Gay was one of them.
Yeah, 96
92 plus kick
power.
power.
Yeah, 92.
Yeah, McManus as well. Like these guys had crazy kick power, and there's no point in using the elite. So now there's actually making these ratings matter, which is something that we've been clamoring for a while.
Yeah, I guess true. All right, that's enough on punters and kickers. Sorry, guys.
Yes, we apologize. It won't happen again.
All right, so what's the topic? Texas Weekend League?
Well, Weekend League, you want to go MUT rating? What you want to talk about right now?
We got our special guest on here specifically because he's the Weekend League ambassador. I think
There you go.
maybe we should do Weekend League reward blog first. Texas, do you want to give an overview or should I?
How about our guest does it since he
Perfect.
is like super excited about it?
Love it. Love it.
All right, so I'm on the Weekend League blog right now, and I'm sure at this point, I'd say 95% of people finally understand Weekend League. See, the whole entire problem with like the entire Madden community is before like anybody really knew what Weekend League was. This was mainly like a FIFA thing, so people were super confused as to what even it was. And this blog was perfect. So pretty much all Weekend League is through Monday through Thursday, you will have 16 chances to go 3-0 in a knockout tournament. So you just gotta win 3 games in a row, Monday through Thursday. Not every single day, just one of those days. And then all you have to do during the weekend is play 25 games. That's Friday through Sunday. And you just get beast rewards. Like, you finally, like, as somebody that plays head-to-head so much, I always felt like when people complained about solos not being good, I would be like, really? You're going to complain about playing against this the CPU, like, the rewards aren't good, when for head-to-head I get, like, 2,000 coins for winning? I mean, it took them forever to do anything with competitive badges, if you guys remember. Like, we didn't get those competitive badge sets until the very end of the year, where you could get like the Tyron Smith, the Lane Johnson, like all those random like motivator cards or whatever. But now with Weekend League, it's going to give people incentive to get a good team, learn the game, and actually, you know, want to play. What MUT, in my opinion, MUT is like grinding for like the head-to-head and like trying to win as many games as possible with your team, with all of your favorite players. Now people are going to have that incentive because every weekend you can get crazy rewards. And
yeah,
I mean, it's just going to be a good year. It is going to be a very good year.
I agree. Like, so this is something that we've complained about in 17 about head-to-head rewards. There were some great weekends for us. You know, the who was that first weekend? Was it Emmett, Texas? Do you remember?
Oh,
After they revamped the what do you call it, head-to-head rewards?
Yeah.
Changed the thing back to Super Bowl. Yeah, it was Emmitt Smith for the finishing a Super Bowl and like all Madden first string.
Yeah, that's it. Emmitt Smith. And then there was another one for, who was the other legend that other weekend?
Malloy was the Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
Lawyer. Yeah. Yeah, that was, so those were great head-to-head reward weekends, and that's something that we've wanted more of. Texas, when Jake Stein, I was gonna say Jake Paul, when Jake Stein was on the
Yeah, Jake Paul's on here. That'd be crazy.
he's always on my mind. Jake Paulinite. I don't know if that's what it is, but Team 10 for life. So basically, when Stein was on the podcast, Texas talked about that was like the weekend that he played the most Madden head-to-head all year, and Jake was like, oh, that's cool, because like Jake was the brains behind that whole thing. So getting Weekend in here, Weekend League, and we'll get to the rewards in a little bit, and we'll debate on them. We'll give a breakdown of them. Getting it into Madden is a huge plus for our head-to-head community. Texas, what do you think?
Absolutely.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You're good. Definitely. It's just, again, everybody wins here. We all complain about solos. Not we, but mostly you, saying there's more rewards over there. And now it seems to be balanced where if you're going to be grinding head-to-head, you have a reward that you can work towards getting. And so it's about time they have a balance in both aspects of the game, with solo rewards and also with head-to-head.
Yeah. Yeah, and before we get into the rewards, so FIFA, Jake had put out a tweet that said we might get some more FUT-like restrictions, I guess. He didn't say restrictions, but that's what I'm saying, on the Weekend League. So what do you guys think of that? Like, in FUT, I was told that they had overall restrictions some weekends, or players from certain leagues. So, Savage, what do you think of that?
I definitely, that's where like the quote unquote, you know how people always say, oh, skill gap. It's true, that is where the skill gap's going to come into, because I do participate in the FIFA Weekend League. I'm not good at FIFA at all. I'm good enough to qualify, but I get like my 10 wins and I'm happy. And it does limit people, and it really does weave out who is really good. Because, for example, like in one weekend league on FIFA, it'll say you can't have more than an 83 overall team. So imagine that in Madden. You would be limited to the elites you can select. You would be limited to, you know, who you can have as, like, I mean, I know FIFA calculates backup, so I don't know how Madden does that or anything, like with like the fourth receiver, backup tight ends and stuff. But I mean,
salary cap.
Yeah, like it would definitely show who really is, like, who is a good player. Like, as simple as that. Like, that's just how I feel. It would show really who can adjust. If one weekend you know you're using a God Squad and the next weekend they're like, oh, you can only use like an 83, that's gonna definitely shake you up and really show if you're like scheme over team kind of player.
Yeah. Texas, what do you think of that with the restrictions? What kind of other restrictions would you want to see?
With the restriction with that, it's kind of cool. I know MLB The Show has a lot of that as well, where you have these events where you can only use certain type of players or certain overalls and certain, like you're restricted to one elite or one diamond player. That'd be kind of cool to see over here in Madden, just as a team build perspective, seeing what the teams people end up using, and then it can see which players are being utilized the most, and then maybe nerf them potentially, or try to make them a little bit more balanced as everybody's using kind of the same type of team. And more restrictions probably. I don't know, because anything with Madden does, it will just affect the auction price, I would think. So if they do like chemistry restrictions, that would affect the price of certain cards, I would think.
Which is awesome.
I don't know any.
Yeah, do you like that?
Yeah, it would do that. It would make the cards more expensive, which is good for guys to have stuff in their binder. But I don't know how I would feel about that until I actually see it in practice.
I gotcha. Hey, about this weekend league, Matt Markow tweeted out that MUT champions, aka Weekend League, will factor into the qualification for all open EA majors. Savage, what do you think?
I actually really have been debating whether or not I want to go pro, and hearing that, it is music to my ears right now, because it's like, I know I'm gonna play Madden, you know, and to know that I'm going to grind Weekend League so much for YouTube, to be able to potentially maybe even open up like a competitive, I guess a competitive gate for myself. That's really interesting, and I'm definitely going to hope maybe I could go to an event. I don't know. I hope I could maybe at least like get onto like the leaderboards or whatever, or however they do it. Definitely interested in that.
Yeah. How about you, Texas?
It'd be kind of interesting. I don't know if I want to play competitively. It's kind of the same samey stuff, and I don't know if I'll enjoy myself. I'm just out here doing the same thing everybody else is doing. But it's kind of cool that if people who actually play this game a lot are going to be qualifying for this without having to necessarily just focus on one mode or one event type thing. So if you're playing a lot of games in the EA sees you're playing a lot of games, you're winning a lot of your games, they just give you a chance to play for money. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's weird that he said factor in the qualification process for all open EA majors. They've yet to come out with their competitive blog. He said in a couple of responses that he wants to give a full overview of the whole year. So because in in 17, it was all based on qualifications for one mode. So the fact that they're kind of weaving in MUT champions into, like, say, the salary cap mode or draft champions tournament, it'll be interesting to see what they end up doing here in 18 for that kind of stuff. But hey, whatever. I mean, that's something we're all playing. And FIFA basically, I know FIFA had all of their championship things or their competitive tournaments based off the weekend league. But they didn't have salary cap, did they, Savage?
No, I mean, well, that's another thing. I guess you could say the restrictions would kind of be like a salary cap. Like, you're capping how good your team is allowed to be, which would be kind of cool if they actually did that in like a major, like, see how good the competitive guys are. Like, listen, you guys can't use like I feel like limiting a team to an 83 overall is harder than salary cap, in my opinion. Like, if you can only use an 83 overall team, because, I mean, isn't some salary cap teams, like, well over an 83 overall? I don't really play cap that much, so I don't know how they did it this year.
Yeah, like, it's kind of manipulated because people put guys as backups to get rid of chemistries to save on sal cap, so many of them are under 83 overall because they have bronze starting and stuff like that, so it's tough to say one way or the other. It doesn't really, it's not apples to apples at that point. But I see. Would you, like, 83 overall? Would you be able to put like 99 overalls, or you just can't have a player over 83 overall in your squad?
Oh, it would be like your whole entire team has to be equivalent to an 83 overall.
Yeah, I think that's, yeah, I get what you're saying. So might as well just do salary cap points at that point. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I get you. So I agree. I
But
think.
thinking about that though.
Oh, go on,
they
Texas.
can do like same with the restrictions though. So you can like between 85 and 86 or 85, 87 and just go based off that. So that way it'll work. But again, just got to figure out how they can tally backups. Because he doesn't factor backups in. People will probably try to way to skirt the system.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
wouldn't be fair if you get into a game and somebody has a 96 overall team.
But yeah, it's all backups. I get you. So I actually ended up looking at when he said it's going to factor into all of them, and then the salary cap thing came up. I ended up looking into Matt Markow's tweets because they haven't said anything about salary cap in 18. And I'm like, it's kind of an unpopular mode. It takes a while to get a game. And if MUT Champions is going to factor in the qualification process, are they getting rid of salary cap? But then I look back at Matt Markow's tweets, and he did tweet about qualifying for salary cap in 18. So it is back, even though it was like one tweet mentioning salary cap. So I was a little nervous there for a second. But anyways, moving on, let's talk about those rewards and the exact rewards for each level. Savage, can I throw it back to you to break it down for us?
All right, so for bronze 2, you need 1 whole win. I mean, that might be tough. You get 3,000 coins and 2 bronze tier weekend league packs. Now, do you want me to tell you like what's in the packs before, or do you want me to just go through all the rewards first and then we can talk about the packs?
Go through the packs at each level.
All right, so for the bronze tier weekend league packs, you're going to get 3 65 or higher overall players and 1 60 overall or higher player.
Pretty trash, but
yeah. So if you get 2 to 4 wins, you're going to get 4,000 coins and 3 of those bronze packs, which once again is the 365 overalls or better and 160 overall or better. So if you step it up to 5 to 7 wins, you're now in silver 2, which is going to grant you 10,000 coins, 2 silver tier weekend league packs, and 1 bronze tier weekend league pack. And the silver packs contain 370 overall or higher players, 165 overall or higher, and 160 overall or higher. If we go to 8 to 10 wins, you're getting 15,000 coins and a silver tier weekend league pack, which has what I just said, the 370 overalls or higher. If you get to gold 2, this is where the rewards kind of get a little bit better. That's 11 to 14 wins. That's 30,000 coins, and a gold tier weekend league pack is going to have 180 overall player. That's an elite, so you're getting 1 elite player. That's 80 or higher. My bad. 275 overalls or higher, and 370 overalls or higher. If you get 15 to 18 wins, you get 45,000 coins, 2 gold tier weekend league packs, and that has, let me see. Oh, it's the same thing. The way they worded it on the MUThead website or on this blog is a little glitchy. It's definitely a little glitchy. Elite 2 is 19 to 21 wins, 70,000 coins, and 1 elite tier weekend league pack. And the elite tier weekend league pack, which is also called a fantasy pack, is your choice of choosing 1 of 3 elite players, and 1 of them is a guaranteed 84 overall or better. Then if you get in the top 100, which is 76 to 100, you get 125.
Let's stop right there. Through the bronze to the elite tier. So we'll get into the top ranks here in a little bit, but I want to talk through those. That's where most people are going to be. Would you say that's true, Savage?
Oh yeah. I actually think most people are actually going to fall in not even elite 1. I think most people are probably going to be hitting gold 1, elite 2.
Okay. Well, because gold 2 would be 50-50 between 11 and 14 wins, because 25 games you're averaging about 12.5 wins because they say the matchup system is based on the number of wins you have, so your competition is going to get tougher as you move along. So I don't know. That's okay. So 11 to 14 wins is 30,000 coins and 1 gold tier 2 weekend elite. So I put up my video today saying you're not good enough to get rewarded in weekend league, and people, frankly, I mean, generally they match you up against people that you're equally skilled against. So Savage, do you think weekend league it's kind of hype for the really good players like yourself, but do you think there's going to be a big popular consensus, or is it going to kind of die off after a few weeks?
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. The reason people, in my opinion, don't care to play head to head is because, well, no, let me rephrase that. The reason people don't ever care to get good at head to head is because there's never a reason to get good at head to head. I'm being like 100% honest when I say that. For the past years, like I said, we don't head to head guys. We get a couple of good weekends. We got maybe like 6 or 7 opportunities where we could get like a free card if we won like 3 Super Bowls. That's like that's so many games. So with weekend league now, it's going to make the casual player want to be more than a casual player, because when they see the rewards like this, they're not going to want to be like, oh, well, I'm never going to be that good. They're going to be like, oh, I want to be that good because I want to get the best coin amount or the best packs. I want to have all that stuff. And then they're going to obviously see with YouTubers and stuff posting weekend league videos, watching the rewards that they get and being like, well, they must be doing something right. Like, I want to do that. I want to be what they are. I want to get what they're getting. And I honestly think that is why people never wanted to be good at head-to-head, is because there was really no reason to be unless you were just like super just that kind of person. Like, you just wanted to beat everybody. That's just how I feel. I mean,
I get you. I feel what you're saying. Texas is going to throw it to you in a second, but I'm just going to like talk about getting good at head-to-head. Like, this head-to-head is not going to be like normal MUT head-to-head this year where like a lot of the better players are playing salary cap or draft champions trying to qualify. Like, because the competitive stuff's going through weekend league, we're going to get problem playing this every weekend. We're going to get Skimbo. We're going to get all the top-end tiers, the stiffs, the champions from all these tournaments. People are going to get stomped in this weekend league. Like, getting to 20 wins, winning that many games, and Elite Tier 2, so that's 20 wins is an 80% win rate against the stiffest competition Madden has to offer, and that's 70,000 coins plus an elite tier weekend league pack like you talked about. So 70,000 coins for playing 25 games, and these games take 30 to 40 minutes of some sweaty football. And yes, I did get a little turned on there, but so that's like 3,000 coins a game for each of those rewards for 30 minutes. Solos pay better than 3,000 coins a game. Like, so you have to be one of the best players. And like, I right now have a win percentage around 75% at All Madden 1, and so winning 80% of my games to get these 70,000 coin reward, it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard in the weekend league, and it's not as good as a lot of people think it's going to be unless you're the best player in the world, and you can get that rank 1, rank 2 through 10 type of stuff. And I don't know, Texas, well, I guess the elite tier weekend league pack that allows you a choice of choosing one of 3 elite players with 1 guaranteed 84 overall. If those are fire, then yes, I could see it totally being up for it because it is auctionable. Texas, what do you think about that?
I'm confused with the wording of, it says elite tier win WO pack, well, weekend league pack, your choice of 1 of 3 elite players with 1 of them guaranteed to be 84 overall.
So do you remember when Jake was on the podcast?
Yeah.
He said you get to choose your reward.
Yeah,
that's what this is what you're so salty about with the Gutfoxxs podcast thing. So this is basically, they're going to offer you a choice. It's going to show 3 players on your screen, and you're going to have to probably like hover over one and then select it as the one that you want as your reward.
Yeah, but like, so I get that, but why is only 1 guaranteed to be 84 or higher?
Instead of getting all 3 of them?
Yeah, because like, why would you go for the overall one then at that point?
Yeah, exactly.
If you're going to get 2 garbage ones that are 80 to 83,
well, there's a chance that those 80s get upgraded to like 89s, 90s.
There's a chance. That's just weird. I don't get that. I feel like it should be kind of like all high overalls. And also, I think 84 and under is kind of like EA's like you know that these are kind of crappy elites.
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, like the rewards are amazing for this. But I do agree with you. It's gonna be kind of hard to probably place this high, especially with the disconnect glitches and with people freezing the game, all that pause glitching. It's just, I don't know how this is gonna be.
Yeah.
Like, or people are gonna be falling. Yeah, I feel like Gold 2 might be kind of where everybody kind of resides in, and only like the top tier would be the ones feasting.
Yeah, I mean, Gold 2 is 50-50. But here's the thing, like, then you counter. I mean, it's not that difficult to qualify through the qualification tournament. So maybe
qualifying is easy.
Getting the first 8 to 10 wins is going to be fairly easy. But then after that, the games will get sweatier. Savage, any thoughts on that?
I mean, I definitely agree about like what Tex was saying with the packs, how it's like, okay, only one of them is an 84 overall or better, like only one of them is guaranteed to be that. But I mean, I was thinking that too, because that was the first thing I was like, wait a second, common sense, like I'm gonna take the one that's the highest overall, like why wouldn't I? But I mean, players like Tyreek Hill, who has 90 speed, I feel like since he's an 81 overall, I feel like he's going to be like, I mean, if you get him in that pack, or in any pack for that matter, I feel like he's going to go for a lot at launch just for like the mere fact for speed. I feel like there's going to be like those elites, like just the one where you just look at their stats and you're like, wow, this card definitely is going to be like an expensive card just for speed. Like, but I mean, if you see like a Shazier or something in there, you're obviously going to take that because he's an 84 overall. But for the most for like the placing and stuff. I mean, it's definitely I know a lot of the people right now that are obviously amped up for this. They might not even realize, like, yeah, it is going to be sweaty football. It's going to be just after you get to 10 wins, like you said, it's just going to be like you're versing kids that are ready to just smack you. And that's very true. But I hope what that does is it makes kids be like, damn, I keep getting to this rank every week. I want to improve myself. And then they try to get better, and they better themselves. Because I really feel like Weekend League is going to bring the community better, and not only just, like, make it, like, more, like, connected, but make skill-wise, I feel like people are going to increase their skill so much more this year. And I'm really looking forward to seeing that. Like, I'm actually really excited.
Also, ebook websites are about to have the biggest profit ever. Sheesh, bro. I'm about to get into this business room because I need to find a glitch play. TexasEbooks.com, bro. Just the amount of money is about
Let
to
them
be
know.
bought for
Let them
people.
know.
Let's go.
Use
The
code
meta's
Savage.
going
Use
to
code
change.
Savage. Use code Savage. Use code Savage. All right. I got my got the plugs in, baby. Let's go.
You can claim this as one of your sponsored ones then, right, Savage?
Hey, be fair though. I ain't got no sponsor right now. Just saying.
Oh yeah, are you getting one for 18?
If I go pro, nope. Because I'm trying to get to an event. I'll love to go.
Oh right, yeah. Well, I mean, you could get sponsors, not necessarily coin sponsors, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I definitely would love. I mean, I would love to go competitive in Madden. Honestly, it is my favorite game. So if I turn down a coin sponsor but have the ability to go pro, guess what? That's an absolutely yes. Would love to go pro.
Yeah. Hey Savage, do you want to go through the rewards for the top 100? Now these are the elite of the elite, and then tell us where you think you're gonna fall on kind of a weekly basis on PS4, because PS4 is kind of like, I don't know, the kiddie
Okay, yeah.
pool
Say
of,
it's easier. Say it's easier, Fox. Come on, tell me.
I just told you it's the kiddie pool of the
Oh,
Olympics.
this man right now. I'll admit. I mean, obviously, you know, Xbox is where all of the major guys are. But I mean, hey, we got Volterax over here. I've been swerved by him quite a few times this year. but 76 to 100 does have 125K, and you get 2 of those elite tier packs. So you get to choose 2 players. One of them in each pack will be 84 overall or higher. If you get to 51 to 75, it is once again 125K coins, and then you get 3 of those packs. If you get into the 26 to 50, it's 150K with 3 of those packs once again. 11 to 25 is 150K in 4 of those packs. 2 to 10 in the world is 200K in 4 of those elite packs. And if you're number 1 in the world, you get $250,000 in 4 of those packs. Pretty cool.
Yeah, and really that's what everybody's gonna be looking at is that rank 1, those high tiers. But I think the only way I'm opening those packs is if I can borrow somebody's account that gets them, because I mean, rank 1, guarantee you that person goes 25-0. I mean, Madden, the way Madden is, and you look at the win-loss of the top guys on ladder, like 95% plus, like problem's gonna go 25-0 multiple weekends. Same with other top competitive players. So I don't know, Savage, do you think every week it's 25-0 or bust at rank 1?
I'm actually gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say absolutely. In FIFA's, it is 40 games, and it's very rare to see somebody go. Well, it's not very rare, but it doesn't happen that much. As weird as that sounds, I know rare means doesn't happen that much or whatever, but you know, 39-1 or 38-2 sometimes gives somebody the number 1 spot. Since it's so many less games, like 15 less games in the Madden Weekend League at 25, I feel like 25-0 is going to be the absolute top.
Yeah.
Like that is going to be one. And I don't know what would happen if like 2 people go 25-0. That'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah, I think Jake said on Twitter that they have a strength of schedule tiebreaker to see who gets number 1.
Oh.
Texas, go on, Savage.
Oh no, I was just saying like, I didn't even see that. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. Texas, how about you? What do you think about that 25-0 or bust for number 1?
Oh, that's pretty cool. So I thought you played more games. So if you go 25-0 or 24-1 potentially, you basically get rank 1. So it's okay. So I feel like everybody should place it at this point. If you win 22 plus games, more likely you're gonna be placing in that bracket. So I'm actually more excited about this now than I was before. I thought it was like Elite 1 was the best, and then if you were like everything else factored in would be like where you were placed. But yeah, okay, that's gonna be dope. I wonder if like with strength of schedule and all that, if you go 24-1, but your opponents were like all tougher than the guy who go 25-0, if you'll take that number 1 spot, or if it's just 25-0, automatically guarantees you.
No, you're not. You're not going to get the Alabama favor here in MUT.
No, you're not going to get the one trick with opponents like ranked 1 in the world, and you can't like no.
It's win-loss record. It would be kind of funny though. Yeah, like we get like a BCS type system. Sorry, you went 25-0, but this guy has stronger strength of schedule.
Yeah, I would like that. I would like to see that. Like, you played a bunch of bums.
You got TCU'd. All right, so moving on. Any other? Oh, hey, Jake also tweeted about like a solo type competitive rewards for the weekend. What do you guys think of that, Savage? Like, what do you think he could be talking about, or anything that for solo players that have similar like weekend league type thing?
Wait, I honestly did not see that. I just saw the blog this morning and was super hype. I did not know that there was a solo weekend league.
Well, he didn't exactly say weekend league solo, but he said something along those lines. So Savage, have you just been like out like dancing in the street all day after seeing the blog?
Oh, dude, oh my God! Like it was the best feeling. Like because I just needed the confirmation that the rewards would be up to par, and they were. I was very excited. So yes, I was dancing.
Fair enough. Texas, what? Is that something you're interested in?
The solo challenge one?
Yeah.
Depends what the rewards are. But if it's anything like this, or not even if it's like, it'd be less work obviously, but if there's some like challenges you have to get done first or something like that, it'd be kind of dope to see. But I probably will spend most of my time doing the online mode. So now I have a reason to play head-to-head now, and it's going to be good for streaming content. Stream 8 games Monday, Tuesday, not Monday, Tuesday. Stream 8 games Friday, Saturday, and not on Sunday. This is going to be a fun weekend.
Yeah, it'll be a busy one. It's going to be like 15 hours every weekend. Savage, are you streaming on Twitch or YouTube?
A lot of people said Twitch is definitely the move now, like because they've apparently like I don't really pay attention too much to Twitch, but like they got like the partnerships are pretty good, and like you could get like a sub button or something. And I think I've streamed like maybe twice on Twitch, but I mean, I would definitely stream on Twitch if it's there. I definitely want to stream my daily knockout tournaments. That's like the 3 wins in a row that you got to get. And yeah, I would definitely like to stream maybe like once or twice a week.
Well, YouTube did add that same thing where that people can subscribe to you on YouTube. So YouTube countered Twitch's opening up of their affiliate type deal. So either one, yeah. Because Texas streams on YouTube. Texas, you like YouTube streaming?
I like YouTube better because it goes by the video afterwards. But once I figure out a way to stream over on Twitch and also on YouTube and keep music on Twitch but not on YouTube, we're gonna be doing both.
Well, technically, Twitch in the terms of service doesn't allow you to stream their content for 24 hours after streaming it. So you wouldn't be able. Somebody could report you. I'm just saying. Not that they would, but they could.
Probably. Okay. Well, we won't do that then. I just like YouTube because for one, I'm partnered on YouTube, Twitch. They want to partner me, but now since they changed the things up, and if I don't get this YouTube sponsor button as they call it, I'll probably end up on Twitch for that at least, because that's going to be what he said, 15 hours a week.
Yeah. So
just sitting there listening to EA commentary for that long just sounds like a drag. So I think it'd be better as an experience as somebody watching have music in the background for those. So I think Twitch might be the move for that.
Okay, yeah. Because does YouTube take your stream down if you have copyrighted music?
No, apparently you can have music in the background. You just can't it just won't go up afterwards.
Oh, right.
So do that thing where it don't mute audio. It just like copyright claims, and then the company makes money off of it, and you don't. And so I'd much rather be able to because I got to figure out that program that you were using where you record your gameplay and upload the best moments from it. Because you can stream on YouTube right now, then download it as MP4 and then edit it. But if they claim your video, you can't download it as MP4.
Yeah, in OBS you can separate your voice by recording track. That's what screwed me up on the Rex podcast.
Yeah.
You can stream and locally record.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna start doing that. It's gonna separate the voice from the music. Then we'll be good to go. So YouTube might be the move. Then just upload the best games from that session.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so moving on to MUThead ratings, and off that, their database went live today. I think you guys are hearing this Thursday probably. We saw a link for Bo Jackson, Ronnie Lott, and Randy Moss as potential GOAT players from like a GameStop pre-order. And Bo Jackson ended up getting taken off the database after it got out that he's in there. So what do you guys make of that? Savage?
Well, how much is it? $20, right? for
Yeah.
the
$20 and it gets you a pack that guarantees I think 279 overall golds, and then 1 elite legend 84 overall.
I mean, I was looking at that bow and like high key, I was like, man, is he really worth $20? And I mean, like I really like that card. Like I'm being honest with you, I honestly might spend $20 for that card just because he is going to be probably a super dominant player. Now, I don't know if you want to bring this up yet in the podcast, but like, can I upgrade that one or like with the goats? I have
We
no
don't
idea.
know.
Yeah,
We don't know.
no idea. But for the most part, it is pretty cool if you want to get around. If you're like a huge like Niners fan, or you were a Vikings or Patriots fan for like Randy, or you're a huge Raiders fan for Bo. Yeah, I mean for $20, it's a pretty good card, honestly. I mean it's definitely gonna start day one on most people's teams. So, and it's guaranteed. Nothing better than some guaranteed legend, I guess you could say.
Yeah, true. I mean, I think LeGarrette Blount's going to be a better card than Bo Jackson. He's only 3 speeds slower than Bo Jackson, but actually reaches that 90 threshold for trucking, and he's 250 pounds. So.
Oh, we seen the stats for Bo Jackson?
Yeah, they took it down, but he ended up having like 88 truck and then 84 speed.
Wait, he had 84 speed? I thought it was 87 speed.
No, I think it was 84. What?
Oh, I think I might have looked at Randy had 87.
Yeah.
I think.
Randy has 87, yeah.
Oh, wait a second. I screenshotted it.
Yeah, take a look at it.
Because I didn't see the stats on it, because if there's stats on it, you can just make that determination. If
Okay, Ronnie Lott had
there's no point picking him up.
83. But so
Bo Jackson is worse than LeGarrette Blount?
Wow, Bo Jackson does have 84 speed and 89 truck.
Okay, 89. Yeah, in my opinion, because Rex is on the podcast, he said 90 you get elite animations. So you really want that 90 threshold. So the fact that he's only got 89, it's kind of the same thing as Le'Veon Bell. They completely effed over Le'Veon Bell. Gave him 89 juke, 89 spin, 89 stiff, and I think like 89 elusiveness. So he doesn't hit 1 tier 5 what would you call it, move right there. So kind of crappy for them to do, but man, EA.
Interesting.
Yeah. That is interesting. I honestly did not even know that.
So I'm looking at the legends right now. So we got Ronnie Lott, Bo, and then you got Randy Moss. I think just like with my pre-order legend for the GOAT, I might just go with the guy on defense just because of the big hits and competitive mode. We're going to be ridiculous this year.
You think so?
Then they say like the big hitter trait and all that stuff is going to be more likely to force fumble than not. So
well, that means the AI is going to throw a big hit. Not necessarily it's more likely to. It's just the AI is going to trigger more big hits. And I mean, you can do it. You can set your guys to aggressive too.
Could do that too. Yeah.
CPU calls it a fumble once. I'm calling EA. We'll have an issue.
But if you have like Cam Chancellor on your squad and he's set to aggressive tackles, shouldn't he be able to cause a fumble?
Yeah.
Should be able to.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
All right, so those 3, weirdly enough, they took Bo Jackson down. But so we haven't seen MUTMaster yet, so that's been held out of the database still. We still don't know who MUTMaster. Do you think they're gonna give like an option to choose who your MUTMaster is?
That'd be dope.
I'd like to see that. The two or three sets where you can just collect the cards in it and you get a certain one. I would like to see them have variety there as opposed to forcing you to use a person that you might not even want to use on your team.
Yeah.
So I like to see that.
Oh yeah, for sure. So getting into the Madden ratings, what did you guys think? There's been a lot of, controversy in the community about them lowering the ratings overall again this year, like speed, throw power. Weirdly enough, they didn't lower any like the offensive lineman ratings, but just the general thought. What's your general thoughts on player ratings in MUT 18, Texas?
I'm just confused by the rating system that they're using because the article said that they're going to have better stats for the overalls that they are bringing to the table. So that Le'Veon Bell was one of the examples they used, and he had better speed, better acceleration, better trucking, all that stuff. But then you compare the cards that are higher overall this year to cards that are low overall last year, and they're worse. So I just don't get how they're doing the ratings. Like everybody has, speed, like you said, is a big thing, but I mean, at this point, we're used to it. They're going to keep going slower because there's more room to grow with it. But I just don't get why cards this year are better, but also worse than cards last year.
Savage, do you want to respond?
I
What's happening? Whoa, Texas.
I definitely see that they're taking that they're like foot off the gas with the with starting off with like certain cards, but I mean it's just gonna help in the long run, and I hope it does because I just want people to play the game longer. Like that's why. So
yeah,
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, see, the thing is with the speed, so they lowered the speed for these lower overall cards, but basically what I think they're doing is giving themselves a lot of runway, so when they +2 overall a card, their speed goes up +4, +5 type deal.
Yeah, and that's going to be huge, obviously. So that's going to be awesome.
So these cards that are higher overall, well, it'll be easier to win with a higher overall squad this year is kind of what it looks like. It's because if you look at some of those silver players, my goodness, are they terrible? Like some of the silver quarterbacks got like 61 throw power. I'm like, in real life, it's like they got like technically like 80 something. But EA really did put a lot of, just like Jake said, there were a lot of differences in the cards because their overalls are slightly different. So that's they said they were gonna do it and they did it. And I give them respect for that one.
And that's how it should be, though.
Yeah, it's cool. My thing is I just don't get, like, if you look at the Anthony Barr or no, Lamont David was good. Lamont David was a 81 overall last year. Now he's a higher overall this year. Except for the card last year is better than the card it is this year.
Yeah. So
was last year's ratings just like kind of just like we're just all throwing on the card, or this year is more done on the system, or
yeah, I agree. I agree that is.
Like I'm just confused. Like, I'm looking at these cards and it's like literally almost every freaking card is worse ratings wise, but has a higher overall this year. That's not what they gave in the example.
Yeah, but they gave the example of high overall cards. The high overall cards will have higher overall stats behind them, but these lower overall cards won't. It's a way of giving themselves space when they upgrade two overall on a card. They increase their stats behind them like 4 to 5. So the fact that they're lower this year to start is completely on purpose. They changed the logarithm. They made it more like salary cap where speed matters more, all that good stuff. But it's by design that way, Texas.
No, I agree about that. So I'm just doing like certain examples. Like I said, Lamont David earlier. I did a video about this earlier today about like you look at like Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry had a 67 overall last year. This year it's a 77. But there's no way the 67 overall last year should be better than 77 overall this year. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, like I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
And you're right. And I say it's on purpose.
I know it's on purpose, but like I just don't get how the ratings were done last year. It doesn't make sense because it's like the system I'm probably just talking circles right now, but like when they did the example Le'Veon Bell, they said he is higher over both these cards, not an overall. You're gonna see how we did it back in Madden 17 versus Madden 18, and they added more stuff to Le'Veon Bell. My thing is, how was Derrick Henry higher overall when they took stuff from him?
Because he's not 99 overall.
So that was just an example for that, and everything else is just kind of
because the further you are away from 99 overall, the much lower your stats are going to be. Think of it like what's the word, exponential type of loss, almost is a good term for it. So when you hit 99, you're going to have close to 99 overall stats behind it. But when you go down to 98, maybe your 99 in stiff arm is going to be 96. You go down to 97 overall, maybe your stiff arm goes down to 91, and so on and so forth. So, like, the lower you go, the more stats you lose. So, like, because Derrick Henry's a 75, I know I'm kind of talking weird here, that's maybe not understand. Because he's a 75, his stats behind him are going to be really shitty because he's not close to 99. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the
I feel you. I feel you on that. So I just think we just probably just confirmed that last year's ratings were just thrown with the cards because none of it makes sense compared to what this year's ratings are.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I guess it's 2 separate years, 2 separate logarithms, and you can't really compare them.
Yeah, because like you can't compare them at all. But just looking at like Derrick Henry last year was 86 speed, 87 trucking. This year, 82 speed, 75 trucking, but again higher overall.
Yeah.
So just it makes no sense there. But yeah, the ratings are, other than that, though, I'm fine with that. I'm used to the speed being like the way it is right now. They're going much slower on certain cards. And the faster cards in this game, such as John Ross, and then Tyreek Hill, all deserve the speed that they got because they're the fastest guys in the league.
Yeah, and I like that they added the wide receivers are faster than the DBs this year. Last year, cover zero became a very strong meta defense because the DBs kept up with the wide receivers. Savage, what do you think about them affecting the meta this way with these MUT ratings?
Well, honestly, it's gonna show people. I saw that what's it called? Pressing was a little bit fixed this year, because I know this year something that a lot of people would do on offense would, if somebody was running DB Fire 2, there were certain route combinations where if you put a fade route on the field, like the squat flat on either side wouldn't cover the fade, and you could just get right in between the deep blue from the safety and right a little bit past the cornerback in that squat flat, and you could hit him, and you could get like 20 yards at a time. I did it numerous times. Super glitchy, and I've had it done to me because I do run the meta. I mean, that's just that's what everybody does. If you want to win, you know, you're gonna run the cheese or whatever. And I feel like this is good because once again, it's gonna show how much players can adapt, because anybody can win with a 99 overall team. Anybody can. Can you win with somebody that's really slow against somebody that's really fast? Well, we're about to find out this year. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna definitely show how scheme smart people are.
Yeah, I mean, really, that's the way just to beat cover 2 in the NFL too. Is sideline routes, so the safety can't get there. In that instance, just man up your cornerback and then flat route somebody else to cover the flats. So I see what you're saying, and but I mean, did you ever run cover 0,
No.
Savage? No.
I ran 2 plays all year.
the 4-4 blitz,
yeah,
and then DB Fire.
Yep, that was it.
I got you. Yeah, you were quite early with that 4-4 blitz. You were one of the first people I saw running it, and it did take over for a little bit. I'm like, how the hell do you block this 4-4 blitz? It's really good. How do you block it?
What I do against any blitz, I don't even block against blitzes. I put my running back on an up and in table route. Will destroy nickel blitz. Table route destroys that. Destroys corner 3 blitz. Just because the table route, what it does is the running back will run in between like the left tackle and the left guard, just because like how nickel blitz is, since it's like it's a glitch. The left tackle and the left guard split open so wide. He runs through that like little hole, and I mean, I've had very good success just eating people up just with that little table route, and it stops the blitz completely. That's how you stop 4-4 as well. That's how you stop that blitz.
Just throw it quick.
Quick little table route, and it just, for whatever reason, it helps the spacing with the O-line. That's Madden for you, though.
That's literally my offense are table routes and high point passes.
Yep, same here. I mean,
Crazy.
It's funny, though. I mean, and is that weird, though? Like, that is, my biggest pet peeve, because you got people always saying, oh, you're only good because you run cheese. You call the same plays over and over again. I'm like, dude, if it's going to help me win, I'm going to do it every freaking time. Like, come on. Like,
Yeah. It really depends on my opponent that I'm playing against, what kind of plays I'm going to call, but I agree. And Texas still refuses to cheese too hard, right, Texas?
not this year. Not this Texas. He's gonna be problem Texas this year. I promise.
Bro, I play weekend league 1 week, and then if I lose like half the games I play, I'm probably never gonna play again.
Really?
That's probably what's gonna happen. If I get online and get embarrassed, everybody's out here running the same full plays, I'm just gonna be lost.
Well, what's good about early season weekend league is that we haven't had any competitive tournaments yet, so people really haven't stolen too many schemes from that. Although Twitch is getting bigger. Texas, so early on the meta's different, diverse.
Yeah, we'll try it first, and then when something established comes out, I'm gone. I'm out.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Hopefully they'll patch it then. All right, so Texas, this is a topic near and dear to your heart. You were known as the chemistry expert in MUT 17. Talk about MUT 18's chemistry, Texas.
I'm kind of heartbroken. They kind of made Kim like an afterthought, at least right now. I thought the team Kims would be just an addition to the other Kims on the card. So we start seeing like same Kims we got last year with the edge protector or the bubble blocking, stuff like that. But the way they're going about it this year, I'm like, no, why did you decide to just have it like these Kims that are team Kims that are just boosting awareness and awareness only and play recognition, which play rec only works for defenders and awareness only works for offensive linemen. So that's it only benefits 2 people or 2 positions on the field, as opposed to what last year where it benefited mostly a lot of different players. And then the other chemistries, I gotta wait to see how those come out, because I'm not too sure how many players it'll take to get those things in tier 1, tier 2, or tier 3. But the main team Kims, I think they kind of ruined it by trying to make the game balanced as opposed to making it realistic and rewarding guys for wanting certain teams. Because, like, why are the Cowboys even in the same breath as the Jaguars for team chemistry? One team's better than the other.
Yeah. Savage, any response?
As somebody who doesn't do well in chemistry. I did not look at the chemistry that well. So. I know Texas actually was like the chemistry guru. He was the chemistry guy. I remember you dressed up sometimes with your nice little lab coat. And I mean, hearing what you just said about the Jaguars and the Cowboys, they shouldn't even be in the same breath. Didn't even think of that. That is absolutely right. Certain teams should be, I guess, like hindered. Is that the right word? Like, what is that word? The word that I'm thinking of, like hindered. The word that means like they're lesser than the other team. Well, whatever that word may be, kids, they should, like, the Jaguars should only have like a tier 2 max because they suck. And maybe if they get better, like this season, like if they don't win less than 5 games, they could get a 3rd tier. But the Cowboys O-line should be like the best O-line. Like they should be able to max that junk out to tier 6, tier 7. The Jaguars shouldn't even be allowed to get a tier 3 because they're not that good. I actually agree with that. Like,
yeah. And the whole thing with the 4 awareness that you get for getting max chemistry for your team chem, it's not even. Why would you use that? I mean, it's beneficial for your offensive line, but that's only for guys running savage blitzes against you. If you're just out here running stock coverages, you're not going to be needing the guys to diagnose blitzes. So I don't know why they decided to take what was great about chemistry this year in Madden, which was the variety that you could have with doing different teams. Broncos chemistry with the +1 to man, +1 to zone, tier 2, +2 to that, and then adding other chemistry on top of it. Whereas with this year, I probably won't be looking into doing a lot of chemistry because it only benefits pretty much theme teams. It doesn't benefit like your entire team as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, if your entire team is a theme team, that wouldn't benefit at all, right?
It would, but that's if you're going to be running the entire Cowboys offensive line team. That's like the best team right now. And I don't want to, like, last year was fun using that offensive line, and then this year, and then using a different quarterback. I feel like now, like next year or this year, you got to be using Jason Witten, using Dak Prescott, and using Des Bryant and a bunch of other players and their trash ass defense in order for the chemistry to be actually beneficial.
Yeah. So Texas, we talked about this a little bit beforehand on the Dallas O line as the example. What I don't mind that they're just getting the awareness. So there's a lot of layers to this thing. About the team chem, I don't mind that they're getting +4 awareness as a team chem for the Cowboys because that really helps the Dallas O-line cement itself as a great O-line. You can get all those players on it. The reason that they gave every team the same chemistry is because Jake said on Twitter, and this is his words, that basically is somebody like making like macaroni and cheese in the background, Texas?
These dogs are bugging me. I'm sorry.
All right, sorry. I'm just trying to give you crap. The reason they did it is because Jake said doesn't want the meta and people forced to follow a certain meta for these chemistries, for some being better than others. Now, and that's basically saying like he doesn't want the competitiveness being different based on the kind of cards you get, which I don't really buy that reasoning because the meta will change and the play style you'll change based on the cards you get, and having combinations of cards be stronger than others is kind of the point of chemistry. So the fact that they're kind of basically saying 17 chemistry was a mistake, I think is the wrong way to move for them. They should have made it more in-depth, and that the more combos you get, the more that you can fit cards together into a cohesive unit, you should be able to be rewarded more. Like the theme team, the reason the Cowboys theme team is going to suck because there's no like good boost to them. So there's no reason to want to run a Cowboys theme team because you won't be competitive, basically. So I don't like it. I'm with you guys there. I hate what they did to team chems, but at least they had a reason for why they did it. Competitive Madden and keeping it more balanced that way. Now, as to the rest, Texas sounds like you want to say something.
Like it's not balanced though, because these players are still be better than them. I don't know why they took a backseat to this. Like it just needed to be balanced a little bit more. Her chemistries needed not to be as overpowered as like the mobile blocking was the best chemistry all of last year because it gave +2 speed at tier 2. But like, why are we going in this direction where it only rewards theme teams? Like chemistry last year, you could build a perfect team around chemistry, perfect team around high overalls and get everybody to tier 2 and be cool. But this year, like if you go to Cowboys offensive line, you might as well use Cowboy defenders as well because you get that +4 to play recognition as opposed to kind of mixing and matching and then not having it maxed out all the way and then basically having chemistry be wasted. because play recognition doesn't benefit anybody on offense. So you have to use cowboy players on defense for that. So now you got to find a team that has a good offensive line and a good defense so you get the best out of chemistry. I think this year I'm not going to be focusing on chemistry unless it's not as bad as I'm making it out to be, and I can actually get these things pretty easily by just using 4 players on both offense and defense, and maybe might make that work. But you're going to see a lot of people probably using teams with good offensive linemen and a good defense as well, so that way they can make the most out of these players.
Yeah. Savage, any thoughts on that?
I agree with him. I mean, because, like, this year, like, there was, like, obviously, like, your OP chemistry was, like, mobile blocker because it was the speed, field general speed. I think coverage linebacker was speed and pick specialist was speed. I mean, and yeah, you could build the quote-unquote perfect team and just through chemistries. But now this year, like I said, I did not even really read up too much on the chemistries. So it is going to be it's going to be different. I honestly, I learned a little bit right now as well. So
no, do you think? Do you think there's going to be less variations in teams? Because it's just flat out some cards are better than others. And if chemistries don't differentiate the cards and how they play, then is there going to be just basically the same cards over and over that we'll see the same problem we had with regular teams?
I mean, honestly, I'm going to be like 100% honest with you that I just build my team with the players that I feel like perform the best. Meaning, like, I have always liked how Matthew Stafford plays. I would start 95 Matthew Stafford over 99 Mariota right now, Madden 17, just because I just like how Stafford plays. He is I'm very accustomed to how he throws. I know his release. Like, I just know how the card plays. You know what I mean? So, chemistry really, if I can get, like, this year, if I could get, like, a chemistry on one of my favorite players, I'd be like, yes. But if I couldn't, I would just look elsewhere, and I wouldn't care. I mean, and that's just kind of how it is. I mean, that's at least how I play Madden. I kind of play for the players that I am used to playing with. That's kind of how I roll.
Yeah, totally legitimate. Texas?
Did you read the question? Sorry.
Oh, no, I just general chemistry thoughts. And all right, and moving on from team chem, what about the other chems, Texas? Did you look into them? They're pretty worthless. A lot of this stuff is pretty worthless on the card. It's like linemen that boost other positions. You want to talk on that?
Yeah, I just some of these are fine, but it just seems like, again, I haven't seen all the chemistries, and we're supposed to be getting a chemistry block sometime soon. I'm not too sure when that would be, but again, another one of these things that they decided to downgrade on, which didn't make much sense. So I'm looking at Keekly's right now. Well, the defense chemistry actually seem to be better than the offensive ones. But some of these players have weird chemistries. Like some defenders have toughness, which only boosts like catching and strength like +1 at tier 2.
Yeah, or
so,
impact block.
Impact block. Like it's stuff like that where it's just not really going to be beneficial. It looks like
Well, actually, impact block, they say, is on defense this year. I just remember that. So impact block is both the defender and the offensive lineman or offensive player meeting each other for the block. So it's no longer block shed versus impact block this year. It's impact versus impact.
It's impact versus impact, so higher impact on the defender means he'll win more likely those matchups than on...
for when like a guard is pulling at him. Yep.
Which is weird because you look on Mudhead and they don't mention impact block anywhere on these cards for the ratings. So you would think for something that's a feature that's going to be like that, you could be able to see what the impact block is. Because I can't tell now. Because some of these guys will get a +1 impact block, which again they said they're trying to make +1s and 2s, I guess, feel better. But we don't know how that's going to play until we actually see it in game. They can say in theory it feels different, but until we actually play it, we won't know. But a lot of these chemistries, I don't like how it's not really beneficial. It's beneficial to the entire group as a whole, but I feel like they could have done a lot better to affect just one side of the ball as opposed to trying to get chemistry to tie in for both offense and defense.
Yeah. I got you.
Because Cam has toughness right now. Toughness increases carry and impact block, and that's not going to be for Cam.
No.
His carry already is 74, so his carry at max be 76.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what's the point of that? It's not beneficial. Like this dude Cam's a quarterback, so I get toughness active, and I also get his chemistry active. So he gets a +4 awareness boost, which doesn't matter because he's a quarterback, and he gets 2+ strength and 2+ carry. Like they completely like nerfed chemistry as well this year, which I'm kind of angry about.
I think
kind of like the way it was last year.
I agree, and I thought they were going to expand on it and make it better, but they clearly made it worse. I think that's my biggest gripe with MUT 18 so far that I've seen is this chemistry. Would you say? I think this is the biggest miss for the developers so far. Would you say that's true, Texas?
Yeah, it has to be. Like, yeah, last year, I told you last year was a happy accident, Gutfoxxs. I kept saying that for the longest. Last year, chemistry wasn't supposed to be what it was, and it just so happened that it worked out. And I guess this is what they wanted originally. They wanted this, which is minimal boost in order, and then they're gonna keep so that way you don't have to use these. So that way you got to use upgraded cards. Because last year you could basically use chemistry to use budget players, and this year it doesn't look that way because none of this chemistry really boosts anybody up with ratings that make them elite. So last year, Derek Wolf was a guy I used a lot of. Derek Wolf, he had the Broncos chem, he had the 3-4 chem, and he also had the line pusher chem, I believe. So if you max all those three out, the guy got 90 block shed. That's a +5 block shed boost. And if you gave as well with the motivator Vernon, that's +7. So it was like, yo, okay, these chemistry is actually worth using because everything links up, everything works out, and these guys become better than they actually are, going from an 86 to a 90. And this year, it looks like none of these guys are going to do that. So I think this is how they wanted to do, because now you kind of feel obligated to upgrade as opposed to using that guy because he looks just like the guy that just came out with when his stats are maxed out.
That's a good point. That's a good point to basically, to make you upgrade to a different card like the Antonio Brown. Yeah, so like the Antonio Brown that was whatever, what was he, 91? The chemistry Antonio Brown?
Chemistry Antonio Brown was 93, but 97 at max out, and then the other one was 95 and 98 at max out. But the only thing, if you compare both of them max out, it's a +1 difference, plus the +1 speed that Pittsburgh Kim gave.
Yeah, crazy. So I could see why they do that, to make you want to upgrade more. But I think Savage, I want to ask you this question: what is there anything bigger than this chemistry miss that you have concerns with 18 going forward?
Nah, honestly, no. I mean, now, like, here and after, like, the chemistry, like, what happened with it, I feel like that is, like, the only thing that is really a downfall from 17 to 18. But, I mean, until I actually play the game, I have really just no complaints. Like, I'm just ready to play. Like, I don't have anything really else other than, I guess, chemistry that I feel like took a one step backwards.
I gotcha. All right, well, that's good. That's positive. So, Texas, you asked me for the podcast about upgrading GOAT players. Do you want to what was your question?
My question was because I was unsure about the pre-order bonus that you get and if those players could be upgraded, because I was going off the EA blog and they mentioned Mike Evans and I was just confused. My question was, can we upgrade the 80 overall elites that we get with team tokens? You said yes, so that was my
I thought you meant the 84s. The 80s I haven't heard anything about, like those pre-order bonus 80s elites. I haven't heard anything about them. The ones that you can upgrade are like, you know when you launch MUT, you choose a team as your favorite team, then you get your playbook, you get their uniforms, you get the stadium. You're gonna get like a starter team, I think, like all bronze starter team. You can use those to upgrade, like Mike Evans, like they said, and he'll be like a 50 whatever to start, and then you can use his card plus tokens to upgrade to the next level, so on and so forth, like they said in the MUT blog. So the GOAT card, you'd be able to do that same thing, Jake. It's weird to me, and this is just part of more of Madden's marketing, that they'd advertise these GOAT pre-order bonuses as 84 and then tease on one of the developers' Twitters that you might be able to upgrade them. Wouldn't you want to advertise the higher overall? Like, to make more people pre-order the game? Savage would...
I think you...
Or Texas?
Well, I think you probably do, but also you probably can't say much right now because everything's kind of like under wraps for a while. So they probably could have done that, like, oh, like 95 overall Ray Lewis or 95 overall Barry Sanders. To get him, you got to start with this guy and then play until like December. Like they could. That makes sense, but it kind of tells you what their plan is for the long haul. So I think this is kind of good marketing in a sense, just to keep this in here and now. And the funny thing about it, they're only advertising it on Twitter. Like I haven't seen anything from like GameStop saying this guy can grow potentially higher. So that could probably be a slight against them, but I think that what they're doing is fine for right now.
Yeah, it just feels like they could have more hype if they gave like, hey, this guy on launch day you can grow him to a 90 overall, but he's gonna start at 84. I don't know. It seems like they could have explained that and hyped it more. But I don't know. Savage, any thoughts on men's marketing?
I mean, for the most part, with just the overall, the lack of gameplay we've seen. I mean, obviously that's what so many people say. I feel like that is And when I say gameplay, I mean like actual like game footage of like MUT, and like just because that's the game mode that most people really focus on, at least in like the YouTube/Twitter community. But for the most part, them not showing the gameplay, I feel like it definitely is hurting their marketing, because they're promoting so much this long shot thing. And I completely, I get why they're doing it. They're trying to get, I guess, more people who might not even have ever picked up Madden to finally buy a Madden game, because it's like, oh, you get to be in it's like a movie plot. It's like a plot, and you get to make the decisions. That's cool. But I mean, I just don't feel like they should have waited this long. Like, we're what, how many days until, I think it's what, 10 days until we get EA access, and we haven't seen like anything. We really haven't seen anything. I think it is kind of ridiculous that they did draw it out this long before we got to see anything too much of gameplay. But I mean, overall with the GOAT cards, yeah, I think it is kind of weird that they are just 84 overalls at the start. I mean, it's cool if we get we get to grow them, but I mean, it's just so random that they didn't even say, oh yeah, by the way, they're 84 overalls, and they didn't even just say it. Like, we had to find that out ourselves.
Yeah, agreed. Texas, any thoughts?
Nah, no thoughts.
All right, cool. Any other things that you guys want to talk about in the Madden community from the last week? Any other things that are grinding your ears? I thought it was weird that they did the tease on MUThead and then released the whole database the next day. I was putting together like my own resources to try and figure out all these overalls. It just kind of like, oh crap, I wasted all that time when the database was going to go live the next day. I don't know, just for budget stuff. Anyways, any other topics going on? I think Madden 18's kind of... What's up, Texas?
What's the difference between pressure? So I'm looking at quarterbacks right now, like ideal pressure versus like oblivious.
Like,
what is like?
So you're talking about that? That's the get the ball out. There's ideal, oblivious. God, what are the other ones from Madden 17?
Paranoid.
Yeah, paranoid. I think is one of them. Where paranoid, like if you're paranoid, you're gonna like be more wild. It's never been tested, but when you're under pressure, the best is ideal or oblivious, because if you throw the ball and you're oblivious, your ball won't be affected by people in your face. Whereas same with ideal, where if somebody's in your face, you'll get the ball out and it'll be more accurate. Whereas if you're paranoid, you're going to kind of be more wild when people are near you. Like the Brett Favre thing, why he was so bad this year, was because whenever pressure got to him, he threw the ball wherever the hell, like, I don't know, off a fan in the stands, basically.
Gotcha. Okay. Makes sense. I'm looking at quarterbacks like Cam, Aaron Rodgers, and like other cards over here, and was like trying to figure out who's my quarterback going to be. Who's your quarterback going to be day one, Gutfoxxs? Like, if everything sets right, like who's your quarterback going to be day one?
Really depends on the packs. Overall, I think depends on how many coins I can get, how much these guys are going for it, and what I can pull. But maybe Dak. I like a little bit of mobility. He looked like he had decent mobility, decent throw power. So that's kind of what I'm going to go with. Somebody mobile day one. How about you, Tex?
Dak over Wilson?
You know, it was the first name that came to mind of a mobile quarterback.
I haven't even thought about this. Okay, looks like I think because Dak's not terrible. I feel like Russell Wilson's going to be the best balanced quarterback in the game. Because right now, Dak Prescott, I'm looking at, he has 81 throw power, 76 speed with 81 throw short, 81 throw mid, and then throw deep. So he's not terrible. He's kind of balanced. Whereas Russell Wilson, look at him right now. He brings to the table, he's 87 overall, and he's 80 speed with 81, 83, and 82. So he's a little bit better, and also get that, you get 3 better speed at that.
Well, yeah, but wait, what overall is Dak?
84 versus 87.
So he's gonna be a lot cheaper.
Maybe. Cowboy fans are weird. And Cowboy chemistry might be a reason why a lot of these guys go for a lot more. I don't know, bro. We got to find out when these prices come out.
Yeah, I mean, 3 overall, you go from like that cheap 84 elite to 87, which is a legit elite.
But there's a big difference because like even Derek Carr and Cam. Derek Carr's at 87, Cam's at 86, and Derek Carr is so much better than Cam. Only thing Cam has in this game is speed and throw power.
Well, that's all you need.
So like the overall, 86 seems like 86 and higher, 86 and lower are gonna be kind of like low trash elites. 87 and higher are gonna be the better ones to obviously want to pull. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna choose between Andrew Luck and Aaron Rodgers.
Well, it's the difference between the elites that the core cards. It's the 84 and unders are soft core, and above that's hardcore.
Yeah. Well, no, I think it's 86, and I think we might have confirmed 86 and lower are soft core, and 87 and higher are hardcore.
Really? Why is that? I went by the old elite rating.
It might. Well, but I'm looking at some of these 86s. Some of the 86s really aren't hitting for anything. Like they're fine. Let me see. What's Devonta? Not Devonta Freeman.
Let's have Savage settle this. Savage. Yeah. At what level is the separation between soft core and hardcore elites?
Wait, is this a real thing?
No.
Oh, I was like, what are you guys talking about? Soft core is probably, what was it this year for regular elites? Wasn't it just 85 to 89? Isn't 86? Wouldn't that be like soft and then 87? Wait, wouldn't 90 be hardcore?
Well, you can set any level you want. So you're saying 90 and above are hardcore elites?
Yeah, because like they're 90s. Like that's like they're gonna go for God only knows how much on day one. But of course, like not every elite that is you know, super high always goes for something. Like I honestly feel like Tyreek Hill being an 81 overall, I feel like he's gonna be one of the most expensive cards.
Yeah, it really depends on the drop rate of the 81s versus the higher overalls.
And it also depends on if he can actually catch. So if you look at the stats, like a lot of these guys around that range don't really have any like elite.
Oh yeah.
I call them gold catching. Like so, if you're running backs, for example, like you look at not a Garrett Blunt. You look at it's Leonard Fournette. You look at a lot of these other running backs. Dalvin Cook. Even Tevin Coleman. A lot of these guys have like great speed, but then you look at their running stats and it's like they don't have any. Like I guess Gutfoxxs would call it what, tier 2 or tier 3 in the trucking or looseness aspect. They're just fast. That's all they pretty much come to bring to the table. And that's kind of how Tyreek Hill possibly might be. He's fast, but doesn't have good catching. I think Brandon Cooks was going to be better than Tyreek Hill this year.
Well, that's easy. That's easy to say because Brandon Cooks is such a higher overall, though.
Yeah, well, it's also because he has better catching. His catching is like 84, as opposed to Tyreek, who's faster, but also doesn't have that good catching.
I gotcha.
So I feel like that card is going to be more coveted. I feel that should be your card you get day one Savage is Brandon Cooks over
yeah, I wonder how much like, because doesn't he have what 88 or 89 speed? So like, how much do you think that people are going to be like, oh, I'm going to price for speed, or oh, I'm going to price for overall card? Like, because obviously everybody thinks speed is the most important stat. So I wonder how much that is going to put into how people price cards. Like, I'm definitely interested.
Yeah,
I think it all depends on. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's the difference between pricing a card because he's actually worth it because of the stats versus just the overall number. I mean, that's the two like big things for a card: rarity versus is he actually worth it? And I mean, who knows, right? With the drop rates and everything, we can't tell right now.
Yeah, we won't be able to know. But I'm thinking it's just gonna be based off of once we figure out if these guys are gonna be glitchy. Because I know Gutfoxxs talked about in the video where Sherman should be able to guard John Ross this year because of the conversation he had with Rex.
Yeah.
So if that happens, if these receivers can actually guard these faster guys, not just getting ran right by, especially these smaller guys with lower releases than these guys with higher pressing, then it might not be a big deal. Then you might just look for guys that can catch balls and create separation as opposed to just running streaks.
That is the. I mean, that's how we hope Madden plays, like the NFL. Yeah. Sorry to cut you off.
It might not though. But look at this Brandon Cooks right now: 89 speed, 84 catching, and 66 rumble. Like this card's going to be.
What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of that? The wide receivers having such high run block this year for those higher overalls, and then DBs have such high block shed. Like when you look at like Levante David, like I said earlier, doesn't he have like 70 block shed?
70 block shed.
Where like wide receivers are getting, like Antonio Brown has 68, 69 run block. Like, what's up with that, Texas?
But if they said impact block's more important when it comes to that, I think then we'll
at a jog. But for like sheds, it's still block shed versus.
Oh, so for sheds, it's still for block shed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Then, because means at that point, means Brandon Marshall can block Levante David.
Oh yeah.
Brandon Marshall, I think, is the best run blocking receiver in this game right now.
Well, so can Antonio Brown with 69 run block.
Yeah, I don't know. This is.
Like I don't know what they're doing. OBJ has like 67 run block.
Yeah, I don't.
It's crazy.
Know. This is high, so we should probably see. Hopefully, it's not like Madden 15. Madden 25, where everything was a pancake. Hopefully, it's not like that.
Well, the thing is,
that's on offense is pancaking everybody else.
That's why I switched from Dion as my #1 GOAT choice to when I saw the stats. He has like 30 block shed because he's gonna get pancaked like crazy by all these high run block wide receivers now.
I think, but like I feel like if it's a pass situation, he'll still be fine. You could always do matchups too, just match him up with somebody that can't pancake him.
Yeah, but when Antonio Brown and OBJ and every other receiver has in the 60s run block, Savage, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, time to spam Power O, I guess. I mean, that's like.
I mean, like you can put that on a bumper sticker.
Yeah, like damn. I was looking at that too, and the first thing I was like, oh, let me go see who has the highest like run blocking at like certain positions and stuff. I'm like, wait a second, why does Odell Beckham have like this block shed? Why does Antonio? I'm like, wait a second, and then like I was like, this is gonna be crazy because, like you said, like Levante David with 70 block shed, he's an elite. And Antonio Brown is honestly not the best run blocker in the NFL. He's not anywhere near one of the best run blocking receivers. But they gave him, at the beginning of the year, very good run blocking. Like, for the start of a year, 68 or 69 block shed on a receiver who's not known to really be the best run blocker. That's going to be a game changer. Like, that's going to be huge.
I agree. It's gonna completely affect the meta. I still think Madden 18 at the outset is a running game meta.
That's good then. I'll take it.
Why?
I love running the ball.
Running the ball is so boring.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. See, because you need to run more power out, Fox, and you'll be seeing Zeke running for 300 yards a game. That's what I was doing.
Yeah, but that shit's so boring to both do and defend. It's like just doing the same thing over and over. It's like, oh, I guess this isn't really a game at this point. It's just like, it's more of like Simon Says at that point.
Wait a minute. I'm looking at the run blocking. They gave Jimmy Graham 81 run block.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Yeah, it's messed up.
I did not expect Jimmy Graham to have 81 run block. Okay, yeah, all right. I think that might be all she wrote for today. I've seen enough.
Oh, man. He's reporting muthead.com right now.
Hashtag the same guy that out here might call him soft has 81 run blocking Madden. That card's gonna be glitchy. High pass to that guy. Have him run. Oh, this is like this is the balance card in the game. Most perfect tight end in the game right here.
Seems like it. Yeah, go for Jimmy day one.
Jimmy day one, man. 81 run block, 79 speed, 6'7", good spec catch.
That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, Jimmy Graham over Gronk, baby. Jimmy Graham over Gronk.
In Texas, you were high pointing all day at EA Play.
I was, bro. I mean, if we get vote in the pocket, he let you know I threw the ball at his linebacker with Devin Funches, and it was a touchdown. So,
wow.
I want to take a picture of it, but I couldn't because I would have got kicked out of a place I shouldn't have been at in the first place.
Yeah, but I mean, people got entire videos, like 3-hour-long videos of it. So
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I think that might be all we got for today. Ratings we probably go a little more in depth on, but I think that might be for later on once you figure out other information about like these impact block ratings and stuff on these cards, since they haven't announced it on Butthead right now.
Yeah,
I really want to see how that works too with D tackle impact block and what's like the average rating for D tackle.
Well, it only matters if the blocker's going over a jog speed. So like a pulling guard or a screen, then the impact block's gonna matter.
Yeah, but usually if somebody's pulling up, he gets like linebackers in the secondary, so you probably gotta.
He's gonna pancake him.
Yeah. So that's why you're about Dion. Okay, that makes sense. So Dion will only get pancaked by them. He won't get pancaked by a receiver.
Yeah, you will.
No, if the receiver's not gonna be a light jog if it's a run play, unless he's playing off.
No, I mean, well, that and just like regular run block versus block shed, he's gonna pancake him too.
Yeah, but Dion had low block shed this year. I don't remember seeing him get pancaked a lot of. Pancakes were kind of few and far between this year.
Yeah, but that's 17. 18 matters. I mean, because 17 had such low wide receiver, like Antonio Brown had what 50 run block in 17.
You're right. So yeah, that is a big difference.
It's now 20 points higher here.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then like Dion also is lighter. They say there's much more focus on weight too. I mean, even though all corners are kind of light, that's not a big deal. But I don't know. So that's why I really backed up. And Dion, the real reason I went away from Dion is because he only has 86 speed, and there are a lot of gold cornerbacks at 86 speed with similar.
But they don't got 88 man coverage though, so that's that thing is what you got to keep in mind too.
True.
So I feel like we need somebody to get all these goats. I don't know how we can get all of them. Somebody get all of them on one team so we can try them out. So we can figure out which one we should want, and also somebody spend $60 so they can get these 3 legends, Ronnie Labo Jackson and also Randy Moss.
Oh, you can get
somebody scum and get all that shit.
You can get like all three of them, like all on one account.
I would think you can if you.
I don't know.
If you buy the code, I don't think it's gonna be a random one.
Damn.
I feel like you go to GameStop, pay $20, you might be get all 3.
Man, Matt, I would not. I mean, personally, I just would not. Like, that's literally like buying another Madden.
It is.
That's crazy.
It is.
Well, but Sav, I mean, that's kind of what we do here with packs.
Yeah, I mean,
you in your video said you said you spent $5K on the game this year.
Oh my god, yeah, and I regret that.
You spent more than me.
Oh god, I have an issue. I have an addictive.
Why'd you spend so much?
Because
I spent like $600 on Madden this year. What are you doing?
Oh my god, I really just got. As many people that hated this game and I hated this game, I still played it because I was good. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I am. Like, if I'm good at something, I'll be like, all right, I still got to spend money to get my team, like, a little bit better when I probably didn't need that. See, that's what I like about this year. I'm not going to spend over $1,000 this year. Like, mark my words right now, August 8th, 2017, 9:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not spending over $1,000 on Madden because I honestly am excited for, like, just building my team pretty much through Weekend League. Like, if you don't mind me asking, like, how much you guys think you're really going to spend on day one? Like, are you guys dropping, like, serious money, or?
It all depends on how much the packs cost and how early I get the game. Because I'm not going to pull packs the day the game comes out because the packs aren't the worst. I'll pull packs if I get the game early when the pack odds are a little bit better when less people are playing the game. But it depends what the packs cost and exactly. I feel like the packs might go up in price just based off of the EA's track record.
Yeah.
I feel like they might not be 150, but it might be like 350 or 250. So I gotta see what that is. But if it's all the same, probably $200, and then I won't spend any more money until probably the next month, if they do like Team Heroes or Team VPs. But if nothing like that, I probably won't be spending money until Black Friday or even Thanksgiving.
Wow.
I feel that,
Yeah, what's that?
I said I feel that, though, because, I mean, honestly, even though Tech says he doesn't want to learn the cheese, I mean, if he learns the cheese and he grinds Weekend League, you know, if you're making 70 to 125K a weekend and maybe pulling a few fire elites here and there from the packs, you might not need to spend that much money, and you can build an ideal team to your play style without spending money.
Yeah, but that's, I mean, you're putting in a lot of time at that point. It's the time versus money type thing. Yeah, it's always been the MUT thing. I mean, and Texas does a lot of solos too, which really helps his team overall also, right, Texas? Yeah.
It's a lot of solo grinding, and I keep saying every year I'm not going to play as many solos as I normally do, but they just keep adding better rewards, and I keep going back to it. So if it's good this year, I'll be right on it, especially, even though they did kind of finesse us with that Chan Bailey and Gronkowski saying we get those in their 80 overalls.
Yeah, for those, but I mean, it's probably going to just be some easy solo though, right?
I mean, it better just be one solo for that at that point. I ain't playing no sequence for no 80 overall Chan Bailey. I'm lying. I'm going to, but like it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be a little higher.
I got you.
It needs to be kind of easy to get them.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about the MUT levels too with solos, and maybe we'll get better rewards for the levels and different stuff like that. But yeah, for the MUT levels, I think. Do you think they're gonna have some sort of like MLB type thing where you can use like your points that you accumulate on those levels to buy players from their store? Do you know what I'm talking about, Texas?
I hope, yeah, like they had the Stubbs stuff.
Yeah, not the Stubbs, but the other
tickets. They call them
tickets.
Yeah, I would enjoy seeing non-auctionable players you can get for just basically logging on every single day and getting your tickets up, kind of like a daily login, which would be better. It should be a better way to kind of reward loyalty, I guess, as opposed to what they did this year.
There should be a daily pack.
Daily free pack?
Maybe once every 3 days, 3 or 4 days. Daily is a pack.
They can do that as well, or they can also do collections packs where if you complete, like, let's say there's collection XP and it goes up every single time. So like level 1, you basically complete one collection, you get a pro pack. Complete collection 2, you get like 100, you get 1,000 coins, and it just goes up until like 100, and then it can start over from there, or it can basically go further up and give you better rewards for completing collections. And that'd be kind of cool as well to add on to what they already have. Yeah,
for sure. Savage, what do you think about MUT levels?
I'm very excited to see what that entails because, like in MLB, they have like you start out like bronze, silver, gold, and then you could go diamond, and they have certain exclusive rewards in a certain shop, like where you use your tickets. It'd be pretty cool if they had like a separate currency, like that. Like in MLB, they use a ticket counter, and if you're a diamond, which is like the best possible, you can spend your tickets that you earn just from playing the game and completing sets to get exclusive players that are only available if you are in a certain tier. That'd be pretty cool in Madden if they did like if you're like an elite tier in Madden.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I agree.
That'd be dope.
Yeah,
that'd be dope. Also, thinking about it, that Gronkowski's a 90 overall, and he's okay. Imagine how bad that 80 overall Gronkowski's gonna be. What, he's 72 speed?
Oh, easy. Yeah.
72 speed, like 80, like 75 run block. Like that card, it's gonna be fine for I guess initially, but for solo grinding. But geez, it's 10 overall drop. That Gronk's gonna be pretty bad.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be great. I agree. But I mean, that's kind of what they're. I mean, it's the first day. It's the opening solo. They're not gonna give you something amazing.
I understand. Yeah, I understand. I'm just saying it's gonna be a bad tight end. It'd be nice to have out there just for depth, I guess. But yeah, I'm just imagining how slow he's gonna be. I love the comment of the 70 or 90 overall Gronkowski. Somebody said, "Man, when did Gronkowski become Jason Witten?" I was dying.
Is he super slow?
Yeah, super slow.
He's 77 speed.
Oh, jeez.
90 overall.
I didn't hear you.
77 speed.
Wow.
So yeah, Jimmy Graham day one, guys. Jimmy Graham day one. He's faster than Gronk. He's taller than Gronk. He can block just as well as Gronk. And I feel like Jimmy Graham's gonna be going for a lot. I'm gonna try to get one immediately.
Yeah, because I mean, it's 2 weeks after Madden launches that elites like top out in price, right? About early September, and then they start going down from there. But once we get our first promo, so yeah, if you have the coins right away, invest in elites, sell golds and silvers.
Good advice. Good advice. All right. Anything else we got to talk about today, guys, or are we about to wrap this thing up?
I'm good.
All right, see. Hope you guys enjoyed that episode of MUTMEN Podcast. Appreciate your boy Savage for coming on the episode, talk about Weekend League. It's been a pleasure, man.
Hey, I'm always happy to be here. Always.
Awesome, awesome. Also, thank you to Gutfoxxs and Win. This has been the Gutfoxxs Show with the Texas Boy 91, and we will see you guys next week on his channel. So be sure to check it out.